This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by Tiger Plumbing. Whether you need to replace a faucet, overhaul your sump pump, or desludge your drains, call Tiger Plumbing. In today's world, knowing who's at your door is important. Tiger Plumbing sends you your technician's photo, estimated time of arrival, and a little bit about him or her. Hey, Sam likes fishing and camping. Cool. Boss put you in charge of the company picnic? Strachan Van Til can cater that. In the doghouse? Strachan Van Til's floral department can help you with that. Birthday, anniversary, shower, or get-together? Strachan Van Til's bakery and deli departments can help with that. Want additional savings? There's an app for that. Strachan Van Til, your Northwest Indiana hometown grocer since 1959, with 20 locations to serve you.
Welcome to our show. This is the Bill and Kelly Show, doing our special Highland series, and we're going to start with the girls basketball first. And I'm going to introduce Chris Tomsci, who's the girls basketball coach. Next, we have Jordan Heckard, who is the boys basketball coach, and then we have Chris Kirinsic, who is the wrestling coach. And then I guess you just joined the staff, Patrick Bolda, who is the boys and girls swimming coach. Welcome to our show, gentlemen. And what we thought we'd do is go down the line and have you talk about your upcoming seasons. And we'll start, of course, with the girls basketball coach, Chris. If you'll tell us, give us an idea about the upcoming season, the schedule, who's the first game you play against, and go from there.
Sure. Our season actually starts, practices officially start the 21st for us. Our first game is Thursday, November 7th, actually at home against Chesterton, which is always a big game, tough Duneland school, big school. And for us this year, we're going to be a little more young and inexperienced. We have 3 sophomores in our rotation, probably another freshman as well. So it's going to be a lot of growing pains early, but as we play more, as these girls get more adjusted to the high school game, should be improving. In terms of the season in general, our conference is tough. Kankakee Valley hasn't lost a game in 3 seasons in the conference. Munster is going to be incredibly tough this year as well. Outside of that, it's all about trying to win the conference and then being prepared for sectionals, which means we got to be prepared for Munster, Lake Central, Maryville, East Chicago. Those are all tough teams, tough schools, and it's going to be a exciting season, that's for sure.
And you can't lose a game against Munster, right?
That's always the goal. Hey, we can go 1-21 as long as we beat Munster. We're going to be just fine.
It's kind of like Bears-Packers game.
Correct.
You got to beat the Packers.
Correct.
That's right. So, all right. Thank you very much. And the next one is boys basketball. Jordan, if you give us a breakdown on the season, first game, and go from there.
Yeah, so we start November 11th. We've got another month, so we're getting our first game is the day before Thanksgiving. We host Portage at our place, which is big opener for us, being a Duneland school. And then we get into this year with our schedule, we always host a holiday tourney, which is a big event for us with 8 teams from around the region. We've got Munster, Griffith, Lake Central, Hanover Central, us, Morton, Whiting, and Gavitt that play in it. So it's a nice event for the community to come out to with 8 teams playing over. It's December 26th, 27th, 28th, and so a lot of basketball over those days. Our schedule this year, we've got Andrean coming to our place. They won the state championship last year. We'll have a chance to see Munster both in our tournament and then also at their place this year. And conference-wise, the last couple of years it's been Munster and Andrean kind of neck and neck, and they always are, going to be good. But Lowell's got some good young players. Hobart had a lot of young sophomores and juniors that have stepped up, and KV. I know that KV had a big summer and played a lot of people tough, and so we'll have our work cut out for us. We are going to return 6 or 7 guys that got some varsity minutes last year, but not a lot of guys that played a ton. So it's one of those things that we've got a lot of guys that are coming off of a 13-win JV team that had some success, but trying to get up to the varsity speed, might take. We might take some lumps, but guys have been hungry and excited about it, and they've worked hard. So we are looking forward to it. I know they are too.
Now, development here, it sounds like to you, and both girls and boys, sounds like you got a tough schedule ahead.
Sure.
Facing some big schools right out of the gate. So, and then of course Munster. Yes. Okay, let's move on to Krista, boys wrestling.
So we've actually already started conditioning. Pretty much our lifting and running conditions that take place throughout the month of October. We start official practices first week of November. Our first match is against Clark, and that's on November 20th. Looking forward to this season. We only graduated 2 seniors from last year, so pretty much the majority of our varsity or returning varsity is coming back. We have 3 returning semi-state qualifiers, Sam Perez, Justin Bogner, Adam Ahmad. We're expecting big things out of them this year. We acquired a couple really good tournaments. We compete in Maryville's Cameron Invite, which they've added a few extra Duneland schools, and our schedule, we haven't had a whole lot of Duneland experience, and the Duneland Athletic Conference is a pretty tough conference. So for us to be able to get to that level, to wrestle that competition level, just kind of puts us in a good spot. It's basically our season is just grinding it out, and we're working our way to sectionals. And Highland hasn't had a state qualifier in like 7-8 years, so we're hoping to get a few down there this year.
Great. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And then let's wrap up with Patrick with boys and girls swimming.
Yep, the conditioning has started for preseason for both swimming, boys and girls. And the first meet for the girls is against Chesterton. So right out of the gate we have a very tough meet with a very good Chesterton school. And the boys season doesn't start till and their first meet is with Lowell Senior High School. And this season we have a whole new coaching staff, so it's going to be kind of a change in culture, a new era of Highland swimming. And we have a lot of swimmers that could actually improve greatly and come on that haven't come on in years prior. And we should expect a couple state qualifiers and maybe even try to get a state champion this year for girls swimming.
Wow, in Chesterton, that's a storied, them and Valpo have been storied. Have a couple of swimmers that swam for both those programs that made the Olympics. Amazing, you got them right out of the bat. And your first year. Boy, oh boy, it's like they designed the schedule for you, didn't they? Great. Well, go back around before we leave the show. Is there anything you want to say before we leave? Some, like maybe a overall statement about your teams this year? If you want to start over there, Chris?
Yeah, sure. We're losing the third 1,000-point scorer in school history, Michaela Schmidt. She just graduated last year for us. So it's kind of a big hole to fill on the team. And what's great is, we got a bunch of young girls that are eager to try to fill her shoes and, meet the expectation that she set for us over her 4 seasons here at Highland. So it's going to be an exciting year for us. We're going to be young, but it's a fun group to coach, and it should be real exciting for us.
Great. And Jordan?
Yeah, so and I want to piggyback off of what Chris said too, because we've kind of tackled something new together this year, where we started a really kind of a clinic and 3-on-3 program for community wide for all the kids in Highland, which was our first year, which we got. What do we have? About 80 some kids sign up,
yep.
And it's been, our team's been working with those kids, which has been a great experience. And so all the parents that signed their kids up. It's been a great. Chris and I started a 3-on-3 program and clinic with the elementary schools and middle schools. Got about 80 some kids that signed up this year between 3rd and 8th grade, and just kind of a nice kickoff for their seasons. And also getting our kids working with the younger group. Nice to be able to get our JV varsity players working with the younger kids and show them that you are a role model to these younger faces in the community. So that's been big for us, kind of kicking into this season. And I've been really impressed with our group, our leaders, because we have kids that are in new roles this year that they haven't had to step up like this. We graduate. So we graduated 6 seniors from last year's team, and just got a lot of guys that are being thrust into a different role and a different situation, and they've embraced it. We're going to play a different style this year, a little more up tempo and on both ends of the floor, and I know they're excited for it. And we're hoping to catch some people by surprise, so we're excited.
Awesome. Great. And Chris?
We are really looking forward to the wrestling season this year. Since we've all been together, I have a great coaching staff behind me that's been with me since day one. And the wrestling program has had a lot of success. I mean, I think we're 5 winning seasons in a row, semi-state qualifiers each year. And so with the group that we have this year, a lot of returning seniors, even guys that ended up taking leadership roles as a junior, now they're, big bad senior. And so we're really expecting a lot of senior leadership this year. It looks like we're going to have a pretty decent-sized group of youngins as well, freshmen and sophomores. We're starting to acquire a lot more football players, which is something that I've wanted for many years now. And so I do want to thank Coach Koulianos and, of course, all his coaching staff for promoting and presenting wrestling as an option for football. So I think we're going to have a pretty successful season. Of course, in our conference, it's always tough. Between Hobart always has a stellar team. Lowell always puts together some studs. So we've got our work cut out for us in the conference. But like I said, ultimately, this is all just preparation for state tournament series, sectionals, regional, semi-state, state. So it's going to be an exciting year. I know our kids are looking forward to it. Our coaching staff's looking forward to it, and hopefully we make the community proud.
Great. And Patrick?
Yeah, we have lost one of the great swimmers, which was Ethan Trilla, who is a state qualifier and very fast, so the boys have a large gap to fill in what he was able to do, which I think they will meet the challenge well. There's a lot of untapped potential, I feel, on the boys roster, and to work with them, I think we'll see a lot of improvements through the board. And girls, we have Maya Bailey, who's expected to finish very well at state, and with all the highly competitive meets, we'll get a lot of experience on swimming fast and prepping for sectionals, state.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. We wish you luck in your season. Sounds like you've got challenges ahead of you. And don't forget, beat who?
Monster.
Oh, come on, guys. You're gonna inspire your student athletes. Come on, let's give it a little bit more for the camera. Beat
Monster.
A little bit better. Oh boy. Okay, with that, we really do appreciate this, guys, and we
thank you.
wish you the best
Yes,
luck
thank
in
you.
your teams, and hopefully we can come back and do this again, maybe during the season, and find out how the season's going for y'all.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by Tiger Plumbing. Whether you need to replace a faucet, overhaul your sump pump, or desludge your drains, call Tiger Plumbing. In today's world, knowing who's at your door is important. Tiger Plumbing sends you your technician's photo, estimated time of arrival, and a little bit about him or her. Hey, Sam likes fishing and camping. Cool. Boss put you in charge of the company picnic? Strack and Van Til can cater that. In the doghouse? Strack and Van Til's floral department can help you with that. Birthday, anniversary, shower, or get-together? Strack and Van Til's bakery and deli departments can help with that. Want additional savings? There's an app for that. Strack and Van Til, your Northwest Indiana hometown grocer since 1959, with 20 locations to serve you.